Hey guys, and welcome. My name is Lutz. I am the founder of E-Lutz Fitness and the K7 28-day Jumpstart. So weight loss, Jumpstart for weight loss. So with us today, I've got Rob MacCabee. Rob MacCabee is on a 28-day Jumpstart, and he just completed day 10. Rob, can you share with us a little bit about your experience and what results have you gotten so far just in these 28 days?
Yes. Well, thanks for having me. When we talk about results and we talk about weight loss, we immediately want to go to pounds. So this is the 10th day. So right now it's right around noon our time. So we're at noon on the 10th day. And at that point, I'm at about 18 pounds in 10 days.
That's unreal.
9.5 days, really.
9.5 days. And one of the things I definitely want to address is we hear a lot on, I want to lose weight, but I want to do it slowly because I want it to stay off. And it's unhealthy to lose it fast. So one thing that many of us are unaware of is slow and fast is a relative term. So if we're constantly being toxic and we slowly remove some of the junk, toxic foods, that's slow.
Yeah.
So there's multiple things different about this 28-day Jumpstart on the nutrition side that allows the human body to drop 18 pounds. Freaking, that's awesome. In 9.5 days. So tell me about your energy. What are you feeling? And I also, if you could share with the people watching today about your background.
Yeah, sure. Well, okay, I'll try to answer those questions. In addition, what I was going to say earlier, you talked about results, and I started with the pounds because that's what everybody thinks about when it's, and I've lost weight one way or, like many people, I've had different versions of weight loss in my life. But the other results I can talk about are that my joints, I just turned 48 years old. I can tell you my joint, and I've always been heavy, fat, obese, whatever words you want to put on it. And I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. But I can tell, like, when I'm eating my conditioned diet, meaning how I ate before I got educated and before I became aware of the consequences and what that was actually doing. My joints no longer hurt and are stiff. And I'm talking about like my knees, my ankles, hips, my back. I just had a lot of stiffness and a lot of.
This is within this last 10 days.
Yeah, within this last 10 days. Yeah. Like I noticed, it gets me thinking about, what 100 pounds from now, what I feel like I might just be able to jump over buildings or something. I just feel energized, which is surprising, based on the food I'm eating right now, and more importantly, the food that I'm not eating. So those are the results. It's a feeling, it's an energy level, and it's a comfort level in my body. Just at 18 pounds. Now, I'm not saying 18 pounds in 10 days is certainly nothing to sneeze at, and that's pretty remarkable, and I'm surprised myself. But as a percentage of my weight, I mean, I'm right dangerously close to breaking the 300-pound mark.
That's awesome.
But you say, so you talk about my background. I always have been fat. I see some baby pictures of when I'm like maybe 2 years old, and I'm kind of not fat there, and then stuff went from there. So I've always been an obese kid. That's always been my identity. It's always been Big Rob. To the point where at my highest weight, I got to 525 pounds. So I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys that you see. I'm like a big and tall guy, like shop at the big and tall stores, always had trouble fitting in clothes when I was a kid, all those things. Now that created a lot of things for me, some of them positive because, it brought out certain things and certain awareness, my personality and certain abilities to adapt and things like that. So, I'm turned it into a blessing in my life. But what's going on with me now is I've gotten to the point, not just because of my age, not just because I have 2 little kids, but what I've come to, in the past few years in a journey is that, this is my one and only life. And not that, not that I'm trying to not squander, I'm trying to maximize and be my most realized self and the best possible self I can be in a lot of ways, including physically. So that's really what's driving this, and using this in why K7, why you, well, I've gotten to a point where I want a leader. I want somebody to tell me what to do. I want, like, some people could describe it as a higher power. I need a fitness higher power. So I've tried it my way for decades, and it's never been a matter of willpower. I remember once years ago, when I was, around my heaviest, I once fasted for a week. Now, this isn't like some kind of spiritual journey fast. This is, God damn it, I want to lose some weight and I don't know what else to do. So I'm going to force myself not to eat for a week. So that's, and yeah, I did lose some weight, of course, but of course it came right back. And what I've learned from you, the very encouraging things I've learned from you is, number one, anybody can change. Like, I'm not a victim of my genetics. For so long, it's just because of the way I was and the life that I lived and my circumstances. I was just in this prison, like, this is how it is. I'm Big Rob, I'm Fat Rob, and I'm going to learn to do the best with what I can in my physical situation, because this is what I'm destined to be, or cursed to be, or this is just what life has dealt me.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's one of the things that I love teaching and bringing awareness to. Many of us are, my genetics, my entire family's this way. It's like, you just don't understand. So I found is we end up having the same thoughts, same feelings, same food choices and movement behavior of those that we're surrounded by. It's our tribe, whether it's family, co-workers, friends. We tend to look similar because we have similar patterns. So I'm glad that you were able to identify that. It's one of the points I love to bring home to everybody is we're not prisoners of our genes. We have that capability of changing our mindset and really attacking and stepping into a way that increases vitality.
Yeah, vitality is a great word. And I'm of the thinking now, like, what I really want to accomplish. Yeah, I have a weight loss goal, so to speak, but really all I want is to just let my body work the way it's supposed to work. More than like trying to get somewhere with my body, it's more like I just want to let it do what it's supposed to do. I feel like for decades I've been getting in the way of my normal body function. I've been interrupting the systems that allow my body to be what it wants to be. And honestly, if my actions, my conditioned actions are out of the way and I still weigh 250 pounds, I'm going to be okay with that. Because I know I'm healthy. I know my body is functioning I'm not getting in the way of the natural functions of my body. But I'm also excited and curious to see where it does go after a long period of time of letting it be what it is and not interrupting my natural systems, with the way that I'm interrupting my digestive system with the things I'm putting in it that cause my, the nutrients that I do have not to work well or not to be absorbed well. And, just mucking up the works, so to speak. So that's a big thing. So, and also what I'm learning from you is a shift in, it's always been about calories and quantity, so that, all right, I got this mathematical equation. I got this, what's the old, it's the bank account metaphor. So, if I stay under 1,200 calories today or whatever, that I will technically lose weight. So if I eat a Happy Meal, if it's just a small French fry and a single cheeseburger and a small shake, I'm in this certain realm of calories that I will be okay. But so I love the idea of just throwing the idea of calories, not, out. I mean, for me right now, it's out the window. What I'm thinking about is the quality of the food that I'm eating. And if I want to eat a lot of that, it's hard for me to overdo it.
And I'm going to talk into that a little bit because in the world of fitness and in the world of weight loss, nutritional coaching, calories is what we hear a lot. Calories is what's taught a lot. So I get it. Like I get where our mindset's completely wrapped around that. And one of the things I like to drive home is food has a specific job in our body, and it tells the body to do things in specific. So if I'm looking at, okay, I've got to hit 2,000 calories, that's it. And all I'm doing is eating ice cream. I like ice cream, so I'm going to go ahead and state that.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is eating ice cream, 2,000 calories worth. What's that nutrient content going into my body? What's it telling it to do? And the analogy I like to use is, I'll go extreme here, just to drive this home for anybody watching.
Okay.
So play along with me here.
Mm.
If you were to eat a lot of carrots help what or do what for the body? What have you heard before?
I will have laser vision. I'll be able to see for 100 miles if I eat. Yeah.
So when people hear that,
I've never seen a rabbit with glasses.
Okay, the beta carotene carrots, great for eyesight. So that's what's been out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have 500 calories of that. If I were to have 500 calories in deep fried, Crisco fried French fries, is that going to do the same thing for my eyes? Absolutely not. There's specific foods that tell your body, let's go into survival mode and let's increase belly fat, that visceral fat. Let's decrease the metabolism, the muscle and movement that burns and oxidizes fat. So the food has a specific job, and it's not necessarily the calorie. Calories, let me put something in an oven to see how long it burns. That's where we get the calories. Yeah. And if you were to eat 500 calories of prunes, what happens to your body?
I don't know. It probably opens up.
It completely opens up. So those analogies people get, they're like, okay, I get it. So it's more than just calories, and I'm glad that you within 10 days you're aware of that. And it's one of the things I really, really like to drive home. Calories are so minimal in the grand scheme of things. We're identifying foods that take toxins out of the body, so reduces inflammation and increases total body nutrients, increases the body learning and oxidizing fat.
Yep.
So this is all of that in harmonizing hunger hormones, blood sugar detox. So all of that combined, we're able to see 18 pounds in less than 10 days.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing, my genes, the understanding of how food works and doesn't work in my body, and also the movement that I've been doing. I used to think that to get any kind of results, I'd have to work out for 2 hours a day and just sweat till I died. And I got to make a confession with you right now. And that is, even though I've been working out 3 or 4 days a week with you, and with following the guidelines you're giving me through the K7 program, I actually don't think about the exercise to lose the weight. I don't. I think about the food to lose the weight, but I think about the exercise as taking care of my body, like building strength, building the support that I need to do, just doing things to keep it moving, to keep it active. Also, that same idea of helping it work the way it does. Now, if I'm expending energy that causes me to burn the fat and do that stuff, I'm all good with that. But I'm not trying to think about, I'm going to get on a treadmill and burn down these 900 calories or whatever it is until again, with that bank account thing. I'm thinking about, I like the movements that we do that I know are helping me with my cardiovascular system. And I feel that I'm building strength. And I feel that, and I understand that, you've taught me some stuff about certain muscle groups burn things. And it's just back to that efficiency of my body, allow my body to work the way that it wants to, the way it was really designed to do, and me just getting out of the way. And sometimes that means, our bodies were evolved to do certain kinds and amounts of work as animals and as, the mechanism of our bodies. And my lifestyle doesn't really go along with that natural intention. So I have to do some things intentionally when I'm not sitting in this chair in front of a computer screen to accommodate for that. And that's how I think about it.
Awesome. You're an excellent student. I mean,
thank you.
You've been able to execute the program with movement-based exercise. There's many hours, hundreds, thousands, close to 30 years of studies that's gone into the meal plan. And I appreciate having you as a client, being able to be a phenomenal student, coachable, and execute it as it's designed for your body.
Well, thank you. I mean, I love having you as a teacher. And I don't know if you're going to edit this and what's going to make it and not make it into this thing, but to me, I feel important to share the most vital piece of this equation. So, like so many things, I know there are other things besides K7 that would work. There's no shortage of ideas and diets, Whole30 and keto and this and that and this program and that program. I chose this program because it works for me. I like you, I know you, I trust you. And I said, if I got to choose something, I'm going to choose this for a variety of reasons. So I'm going to talk less about the method that one would choose. And I'm going to talk for a second, like share the difference that's what's changed for me. Because being 48 years old, I mean, for, decades, like I said, I've known that I should lose weight. I've wanted to not be, cumbersome in my body. I wanted to not hurt. I wanted to go to a regular store and buy clothing. I wanted to fit into roller coasters. I wanted to do all the things that I wanted to do. And I had this thing, like I had to beat myself into submission, and the whole willpower thing. And, the idea that, damn it, if I could just lose some weight, then I would feel happy with myself, because I hate my body. I hate my circumstance. I hate my situation. And I don't want to live like this, but I'm cursed to live like this, like we talked about earlier. This is just how it is.
Yeah.
So I can tell you that what has changed for me is coming to the feeling and the realization that I love myself now.
Beautiful.
I want the best life and the best body for myself now. And when I get to that weight, it'll be a different experience and an awesome experience, and we could celebrate and all that. But if I start out right now, like, this is wrong, what's happening right now is bad. And someday, when I work hard enough, when I stress out hard enough, when I beat myself hard enough, someday down the road, then I will be worthy of loving myself. Then I will be happy with myself. And the big difference is we have to go there now. We have to appreciate what we have now, even in whatever state it's in, and take care of it because we love it, not take care of it because we want to change it because we hate it so much the way it is. And to me, that right there is the major shift that's happened. So that I'm not running from chocolate cake. I'm not like, God damn it, I want to eat it, but I got to push it aside. And I know I should eat this salad. It's like I'm magnetized towards the salad because that's what loving myself is.
So how were you able to switch that inside you? Like, what
that's a great question. And it didn't happen like in one thing. But it's a combination. It's a matter of, really just changing it's a variety of things, like coming to the understanding that life is happening for me, not to me, that I'm not a victim of circumstances, that this is a gift the way it is, not only my body, but this day, everything that I have. So when I got more into an appreciation of life and less of a, kind of a fight with reality, like my circumstances, when I went from believing my circumstances sucked to what a miracle that I have this circumstance, that's what began to change. And appreciating it, and also back to the thing I said at the beginning about, as far as I know, this is all I have. This is my one and only life. So I want to make the best of it. And that doesn't mean I'm going to be perfect. That doesn't mean that there aren't going to be things that come and go, or obstacles and circumstances. But overall, it ignites me. It drives me to like do my best and enjoy it. Enjoy every day. Enjoy those moments on the Stairmaster or with the what are those things called? The Vipers. On the straps, and the lunges and all the things that we do. Like I can do anything for 2 minutes, and it's worth, what was I thinking about the other day? It's, might be a t-shirt or something like, I have to enjoy and get through that particular feeling of stress and pain and working, which is counterintuitive to me. Like something starts hurting and I start breathing heavy, I want to stop doing it. But I want to endure and go and push myself through that feeling to get the feeling that I have afterwards. That,
would you say that you've got that? Would you say that you're getting a return on your investment? You're investing high nutrient foods into your body. You're investing movement. Would you say you're getting a return on that?
Yes, the feeling of lightness, the feeling of no pain in my joints, all those physical results, yes. But most importantly, it's the feeling that I get knowing I kept the promise to myself.
That's phenomenal. Beautiful.
And I know that if I don't do it, I won't have that feeling. And I'll go back to, so it's worth it. And, honestly, what it takes, this is another big thing. It takes really pushing way past that point of comfort and into going deep into that discomfort to even know it's possible. Because like I said, when I was at my heaviest, I mean, things like I would strategize, like if I had to go upstairs to get something, I'd have to strategize, like, am I going to get everything that I need right now on this trip up the steps? Because coming up and down those steps was such work and such a burden that it like colored everything I had to do. So now that I know like that, when I put the treadmill on to the highest level of 15 and I'm like, I'm going like, I'm going to go 5 minutes on this no matter what. And yes, am I going to die? This feels, any other time I'd be calling 911 because it feels like if I weren't doing this to myself, I'd be calling 911 because the symptoms are crazy. But once I get past it and I go, oh, I didn't die. Oh, I actually feel great. I never even knew that feeling in my life because I never got myself there. So I think it's super important to just get yourself there. And what it takes for me is somebody like you that I trust to say, you're not going to die. Just keep going. Trust me, follow me, do what I tell you. And when you get there, you'll know how it feels. I can't tell you how it feels because it's not something I can describe very well because it's like telling somebody what vanilla tastes like or something like that. Like you just got to taste it.
And it's only 1 minute at a time.
Yeah.
Time.
And that's what I tell myself. I can do anything for a minute or 2 minutes.
Yeah. So in wrapping up, and I appreciate your time, Rob, what nugget of wisdom could you share with people watching this where they're going through the struggles? Not only have they gone through the struggles, but they're going through the struggles whether I can't identify because it just doesn't work for me. It works for you, Rob, but not for me, or I've got no clue what to do, or you just don't get it. What words of wisdom could you share?
Well, if that's your response, if that's what you're saying, I could say, I understand. I appreciate what you're saying. And what is talking there is not you, but massive amounts of fear. Oh. And fear of failing, fear of not knowing what to do, and fearing of what's going to happen to your identity when you are not that what you are right now. Wow. You are not stuck in your circumstances right now. When you're not comfortable, I was, like I said, when I started losing that weight from that 525, like some things in my life got shaken up because my whole identity changed, and it's still changing. So sometimes it's easier to hold on, to be comfortable just sitting in the shit because I'm familiar with it and I know it. So what I would say is recognize that that's your fear talking and learn how to act in spite of it. Get connected to why you want to lose weight. What's that really mean for you and for you? I was going to say for other people in your life, but forget about the other people in your life. That will be a beautiful byproduct of you taking care of you. Yeah. And that's the big thing. So watch it, if that's not for me, or that's always fear talk. That's a fear voice. Second thing is, like I said earlier, just get back into total appreciation for what I am and what I have now. When I come from that place of gratitude, And I don't, not like someday I'll be good. Someday I'll be lovable. Someday I'll be worthy.
Yeah.
Start there now. Even in my body, the way it is, it's still a freaking miracle. I mean, the way this is, the way my heart beats itself and the way my lungs breathe themselves and all these things that are happening in spite of me throwing, gravel in the mix. It's still doing wonderful things. And so, yeah, recognize your fear voice. That's the only thing that's going to break you out of certain circumstances. Love and appreciate yourself now for what you have and what you are, and know that you can improve it if you want to. And the third thing is, I mean, from my experience, I got to get help. I got to get support. Yes, I can get on there. Listen, there's no shortage of information. Everything that you've taught me, everything you're showing me, I know I can get on Google and go do it.
Somebody's published it someplace.
You don't have, nothing you have is in a secret locked up magic box that nobody else has.
Yeah.
What you have done is you put it into a format, a digestible format. It's like you want to wear shoes. Some people like Nike, some people like Adidas, some people like this, some people like that. It's a brand, it's a version of this thing.
Yeah.
I happen to like it. It works for me. We're attracted to certain styles and personalities, but so whether you go to K7 Jumpstart and you do that or not, like I am, I love it. I'd say it's good. Try it. Or you have something else, but going out and getting the knowledge and the understanding and reading about nutrition or watching a video about nutrition doesn't do anything. It's getting into action. And for me, I need support. I need the encouragement. I need the accountability. That's why I've been, every day posting a picture of my weight on a scale on Facebook and to our private Facebook group and my public Facebook feed. Our private Facebook group is awesome. It's very supportive. Everybody's in there. You got a cheerleader, network, and everybody that's in the same boat. Well, everybody at different levels of fitness, but everybody that understands the journey.
To let people know that are watching, I've got a private Facebook page for either clients that see me personally or clients in national and international that have purchased a K7 28-day Jumpstart. I invite them into the private page.
Yeah, there are people in there I know and see in person. There are plenty of people in there I've never met, but they still, I still get a little way to go, Rob, or great results, or hang in there.
Each other, and we inspire each other. Absolutely.
So it's action. Get into action with support is the other big thing. And the last thing that I have a thing that I was caught into for a long time, and maybe might sound familiar to anybody watching this, is like Monday I'm going to get going.
Yes.
Okay? Like this week. Like, yes, Monday's the day. So this weekend, so it's Thursday today. All right. So I'm going to the football game. I'm going to do this. Okay. Like, I'm just going to go all out this weekend. I'm just going to let it all hang out. I'm going to do, I'll have the ice cream, I'll have the pizza. I'm just going to like take it all off and just go crazy, because Monday I'm going to get started. And then Monday comes, and then the rationalizing mind comes in. It's like, this, that. So that internal conversation happens, and then tomorrow never comes.
Yeah.
So even if it's, we kicked this off with intention on a day. So I'm not going to say that can't happen, but I was in this Monday, I'm not even exaggerating. I was in I'm going to get started this Monday conversation for months and months and maybe years. And I'd start laughing at myself after a while. I'm like, oh, Monday's coming. Oh, I've been saying this for how many Mondays now? I'm going to start on Monday. So if you're going to start tomorrow never comes. It's time to get to action. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Rob. I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Your wisdom. And congratulations. Again, under 10 days and you dropped 18 pounds. So I'm excited to see what you're going to be able to create through this whole 28-day process.
Me too.
It's remarkable. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, you want to learn some more about this, get some information, I'll actually place a link below so you can go ahead and click on that link and get some more information. If you'd like some support, feel free to reach out to me. I'll have my information there. Yeah. Hope you guys have a great day. And Rob, I'll see you shortly.
Yes, sir.